Welcome to Poul's Kitchen. This is Chef Paul. With me is Chef Alex.
Hello.
Amy is busy sleeping because she worked graves last night, so I'm going to leave her alone and let her sleep. So please hit that like, share, subscribe, talk to all your friends. Like, please do us a favor and do that for us, please. So we're making some strawberry cheesecake, and I'm doing things a little bit differently. I'm going to use everything you're seeing is as low fat as possible.
And we got some coffee brewing too.
Yep, coffee is good. So first off, we need 1.5 cups of graham crackers grounded, and you can buy this. But here's the thing: if you buy it just as is, like pre-ground, you're going to pay a fortune.
Yeah.
And you really are, and it's ridiculous. I mean, you probably pay like $10 versus $5 if you do it yourself. And like, I'm sorry, but you know what? You don't need to be lazy. We can do our own. We don't need to pay somebody else to do our grinding for us, because that's kind of ridiculous. So I need 1.5 cups. So that's 1 cup, and I need half a cup, and that just isn't going to do it. So let's see how well this does. It's really not that hard to do if you have a food processor. Or you can put it in a little baggie and just beat on it, slam on it, stuff like that.
With a rolling pin.
Yeah, well, you can do that too with a rolling pin. But a food processor does just fine. If you have one.
This way is a lot easier.
Oh yes, much. This is going to have carbs, so I mean, don't be stupid about it and one all by yourself. I'm not adding any real sugar to it. I'm going to add stevia in here in a second, but that's all I'm adding. So I'm pretty close.
Yeah, this is definitely something you want to share with other people.
Yeah, it's not. My recipe is going to be healthier, but not necessarily the healthiest. And apparently we're out of brown sugar, or we're not. Things in the wrong area. I'm just going to put maybe like a tablespoon of brown sugar stevia. That's all you need, but be much. Now we need some melted butter. And I'm going to say unsalted butter. And you stick it in the microwave for 2 minutes just to heat her up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I pretty much measured that correctly too. Alright, so now we're going to take this and we're going to mix her up pretty good. We don't want to put too much butter in because then it's going to be a soapy mess. So I mean, like I was talking to Alex yesterday, cooking's one thing. You can alter. You put something in that's you don't put enough in. You can always put something in later. Baking is more of an exact science. It's more like chemistry.
Yeah.
If you don't put the right stuff in, then you're gonna hose yourself.
With baking, it has to be exact.
Yeah. You're not used to seeing me with measuring cups and stuff when I'm measuring everything when I'm cooking, and the reason is very simple. If you're a good cook, you shouldn't need to, and neither should you. I mean, experiment, and that's what it's all about. Alright, so I got my baking pan right here. So we're just going to start spreading things here. And I want to take a heavy glass. You just want to push everything down to give it a good crust. And I don't want to see anybody having like a hole in the bottom there, because that's just going to be a pain. But you just want to beat it down to give it a nice crust in the bottom, because this is going to be a light crust, not a heavy crust. I don't know about you, but this is not necessarily supposed to be a heavy dessert. It's supposed to be a light one. So I'm just going to move this out of my way. Alright, so at this point I think I'm going to just go turn my oven on to 325. Also sitting here wondering, like, why are you such a rush to get this done? Why do you want to get this done? Because this is going to bake for 45 minutes. 45 minutes!
And then it has to sit for 6 hours.
Yeah. And what Alex wasn't realizing is when I'm saying it has to bake for 45 minutes, it's the freaking summertime. It's hot out. I don't want to have the oven on as any longer than I humanly possibly have to. I really don't, because it's too hot and I don't like it. All right, so here's the thing here. Now we're gonna go with our cream cheese, and this is really important. Get the boxes, guys. Don't get the other ones. And try to get the low fat. I know some people are going to bitch, but Poul, the fat tastes better. Yes, fat absolutely does taste better. But this is your health that we're talking about too. Come on. And if you're going to use, if you want to add sugar to anything, that's fine. Add it. But use stevia. You hear that, Jess? The graham crackers themselves, there's not a lot in there. There's really not a lot in there. So the graham crackers, that's not a big concern. The strawberries will definitely have
Sugar?
Sugar. They definitely will. But
It's natural sugar, but it's still sugar.
it is. But it's not not to say that it's gonna be as bad as what, a lot of others are gonna be.
No.
So I'd really rather use stevia, right? And if you talk about natural sugars, I'd rather something like a fruit than everything else.
Yeah.
But this is also, it's like, make this for your family, don't make this for you. And if you are going to make it for you, then eat it within like 6 days. Don't eat it all in one day. This is not something that should give you a diabetic attack. This is not something that's like horrendously bad. It's not. This is actually should be pretty good. So I'm just using 3 blocks of cream cheese. Get the light. It's not going to kill you. If you're serving this for other people, then by all means, if they don't have any issues and they're fine and they would prefer to have the heavier stuff, then yeah, by all means. If it's not going to kill anybody, then you know what? Regular's alright. And I'm just going to put 1 tablespoon of stevia. It would never come out. I'm going to use a stand mixer to start going here in a minute. There's one thing that I want to do first. And I know I just had it right here. Going to take the juice of half a lemon. It's a little cranky because they only had the big lemons, not the small ones that I'm used to. Unless I wanted to buy a big bag of it, and I didn't want to buy a big bag.
No, because how often do you really eat lemons?
Yeah, you don't. No, I mean, that other half Amy can chop up and she can put in the water. And she'll do that. That's no problem. Alright, now we're just going to mix this down a little bit. This is being a little fun. It takes a few minutes to get this to start going. And this pushed out. Sometimes you have to do this, guys. It's just one of the things that you have to live with. You know what? I'm just going to use one. Should be fine.
I remember when my dad used to make cheesecake when I was a kid. I always licked the beaters.
I think we all like to do that.
Yeah.
Now that you're an adult, it's not necessarily the best thing to do.
No.
And in this recipe, you really can't because there's going to be uncooked egg in it.
Yeah.
So, absolutely not. I think that's something we all used to really like to do. Alright, so now I'm going to add in, it's 1/2 cup of sour cream. And sour cream is pretty important. Alright, so I can't find where you put where the measuring cups. So we're gonna have to use this. And Amy's not going to cry that we bought more than we needed because guess what? She's just going to use this for egg or for her baked potatoes. And she really loves it. She absolutely loves it. And if you're noticing the brown spots on here, it's brown sugar, so it's not going to affect anything. Okay, so that is 1/2 cup. 3 eggs. And there's one last thing that has to go in this. And it may not have to go in because I may not have it to put in. Dad or Amy put it somewhere so that I can't get access to right at the moment without searching for an hour to get it. And I think that's going to be the case. And honestly, it's not really necessary, but it's just a tablespoon of vanilla, which is not the biggest deal in the world if you don't have or you can't find it. It's nice if you have it, but it's not like the absolute have to. And I know we have it, I just don't know where the heck she has it right now because it's not where it should be. Now you want to make sure you beat the eggs down, especially when you're mixing this, because if you don't, it's going to be a little bit of a pain. I'll just blame me for sleepwalking or something. What's there a bunch of white stuff on here? Well, you should see what happened when you woke up when Alex and I were in the living room. I'm not a huge baker, guys. I'm really not. Now, as Alex mentioned, we've all been in that spot where we lick the beaters.
But you shouldn't do that when you're an adult.
In this, you shouldn't do this, period. Don't even let your kids do this. There's raw eggs in this. I know we all used to do things that were really stupid when we were young, and we really did. But here, I'm going to tell you flat out, you're an idiot if you do. Sorry for the language, guys. I'm really strongly going to say that because it's dangerous. All right, ready. It's super dangerous because this can cause some major issues. So under no circumstances, no matter how good your kid's been, just no.
You can get salmonella from raw eggs.
Yeah, it's raw. There's raw eggs in this. Once this is cooked, it's fine, but the beaters are not cooked, and nothing's been cooked yet. We're putting this in the oven here. I've just preheated, like you've seen, we preheat the oven to 350 degrees.
325.
325, sorry, 325. So it's been preheated. So this is going to rinse my hand off really quick. And it's going to take 45 minutes for this to cook too. So with that being said, be smart. It's almost like chicken, right? And that's exactly how I would treat this. You want to make somebody sick, then
Get them to lick the beater.
Yeah. But in my kitchen, we cook with love.
But when we were kids, we didn't know any better.
No. We did a lot of stupid things when we were kids. You'll never know what it's like to be forced to sit in the trunk. How serious that actually was a thing. You never know how serious it was when you had to ride with no seatbelt, and your parents really would act like idiots. How normalized drinking and driving actually was. Just be grateful you live today when you can't do any of that garbage, because people actually died from this garbage, and nobody took it too serious until it was their kid that died. So far, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Now I'm going to take a bacon pan. Why? Because it's just easier. Especially when you're taking it out. Then I'm going to set a timer for 50 minutes.
Not 45?
I'll put it in for 45 actually, but you may have to leave it in for 50. Keep an eye on it. 45 minutes, peek your head in. Looks good, take it out. We're going to sit here, and what you're going to do, once it cools down, you're going to sit in the fridge for at least 6 hours, maybe overnight. That sounds like a lot? I know it's a lot. I know Alex's mouth's all watering. I know he really wants this. You know what, buddy? Tough shit. You have to wait. It's going to taste better when you do. So when this is out of the fridge and we've waited 6 hours, we'll be back. So we're back. We're waiting. We got 4 more minutes here, and I'm figuring by the time that I have time to get this all done, it's going to be tomorrow morning. So I'm not going to have Alex. I'm not going to have Amy. So when I put this together, it's going to be me. Or I might wait until Amy gets home and just do it with her really quickly. So before I do anything else, before we consider that, let's start working on the spread. So we're going to add some stevia, and I'm going to just basically add 1 tablespoon. That's all you really need. You don't need much more than that, because honestly, it's. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Why? Because it will help thicken it out, and I think that's pretty much it. Anyways, we use enough of that. So, do I have another? So I'm just going to give this a little mix here. Now in total I have 2 pounds of strawberries, hacked and quartered and cleaned. So I've got 1 pound here, and then I've got another pound here. We're not going to touch that pound yet. And I just had that here for a reason, and I probably put this somewhere I didn't want. Of course I did. So I'm going to put approximately 2 tablespoons of water. And then, what was I supposed to do? They do say you can use butter. I'm not going to. And I said I was going to give Amy the rest of the women, and I lied. We're going to use it for this.
At least Amy will have some dishes to do.
Yeah. So, not inconsiderate. Always got to think of your wife, guys. So now I'm going to put this basically in 4, and this is going to be a slow process. This is not by any means a really, really fast process. It's not. So you want to stir this really, really good. Make sure the strawberries all getting a piece of this mixture. You're not going to get a heavy, like a really glossy finish on this, and that's mostly because of the fact of the cornstarch. But you do want that to make this thicken up. Now, one thing that's really important too, guys, when deciding what type of cheesecake you want to make, you always want to take a moment and think about what's on sale. It's $6 a container for strawberries. I really want strawberries.
You also want to think about what kind of fruit is in season.
Yeah, because you can end up spending a lot more than that too. Now that's the stove telling me that the cheesecake itself is finished.
And in season, fruits will always be more fresh.
And also more expensive. Now you can buy frozen. Those will work. Just make sure you thaw them out before you do anything else. Okay, so the stove is off now, and that's a pretty hard thing to have to deal with in weather like this because it's hot enough. But that's about the only thing I'm cooking today. Amy might make something else when she wakes up, but that's not my issue. So we're not going to leave these on for very long. Just let them boil down. We're going to do this for basically a few minutes. So back to the cheesecake here. You're going to let this cool down, and then you're going to put this in the fridge for no less than 6 hours. Now Alex is a little upset because he was hoping to have some today. If I had the means to make this yesterday, we would have finished the video today and had some today. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Meet Sally, guys. She's a little wound up. She just woke up from her nap. She says hi. Don't pick on me. I'm only little. Do you understand that comment? +1 for points. Don't stray too far away from this. Really don't, because you want to always stir this. And it'll get a little bit more because we're going to add the rest of the strawberries into this once we're done cooking this down. We're not trying to get them super soft, super soft. You can add a couple tablespoons of butter. It will give it a better taste. I'm not doing that. I don't think we need to. We didn't put that much water in, but the juices from the strawberries themselves, as they cook down, they'll release the water, their fluid out of it, and it'll be better that way too. This doesn't take much. While we're doing this, guys, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Really, to you, it takes you a couple clicks, takes you a second or two to do, but to us, it means a lot. It can mean somebody else that's struggling with their diet could get some benefit out of it and could find some new ideas on how to cook something they really like in a better way so it doesn't affect their diet. It could mean the difference between somebody keeping a leg or struggling because they just can't get what they want out of anything. So it's a really important thing that those of us who are diabetic and have these illnesses do take it serious. And we do ask that you take a moment and you hit that like, share, subscribe, and other people will get to see this and hopefully they'll benefit from it. We're not going to make any money out of this. YouTube, for whatever reason, because of where I live, will not monetize me. So I could have 2 billion subscribers and YouTube's never going to care about me. And that's fine. I'm not doing this to get rich.
You can't get monetized if you're Canadian?
Halifax Canadian, apparently.
Oh.
But, I mean, if you go to www.poulskitchen.com, you see our recipes, we have a cookbook, there is a spot to donate. You want to do that? Great. We'll accept your donations. But I'm not doing this because I expect to be monetized. If I was, I would have given up a long time ago. That's not why I'm here. Poul's Kitchen's here to help those who need help. Because either A, your dietitian that you was assigned to you when you first became diabetic didn't really care enough to give you everything or didn't talk to you in a way you understood. Or you never got a dietitian. Or maybe you're just trying to eat better. Or maybe you're tired of trying to figure out how to make your favorite recipes and you find something that I make that you really like. Just take a rest of the strawberries. We're just going to mix them in here off the heat. I'm going to let this sit until this cools. Obviously, this is way before 6 hours. I mean, that 6 hours doesn't even count until I put that in the fridge. So it's got to go in the fridge first. So it has to cool down before I can even do that. So when this cools down, I'm going to put this in a Tupperware. And then tomorrow morning when Amy gets home and we're ready, I'll take that out of the fridge, I'll put that on here, on top of it, and we'll be done. It's that easy. So I'll be back tomorrow morning when we're ready to go. So welcome back. So this is Sunday morning. And Amy's gonna come over here and get a shot of the cheesecake itself. It's nice and formed. It's been here for longer than 6 hours. So now I'm just gonna grab a spoon, and here's our topping. Amy's all excited, but she shouldn't be because I'm probably gonna eat this all before she gets up.
No.
She just finished a graveyard shift, so she's going to bed. I could have made the topping just now and filmed that part of it just now, but it's got to take time to cool, so there's really no point in just doing this after. And this is a lot more strawberries than I really needed.
Yeah, it is.
I think, but that's alright. It'll be a little something to snack on. So,
Looks good.
stick this in the fridge for about 15 minutes and you're ready to serve. It's too early in here for us to worry about eating this.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take this to my desk and I'm going to eat this. This could be really good. So, what do you think, guys?
Looks good.
Karen, I hope you like this when you see pictures of this. Our cats are going a little hyper. They've been hyper all morning. It is what it is. So please hit the like, share, subscribe. Visit us at www.poulskitchen.com and visit our website or our recipes, our books, and we hope you like. You have a great day.